Okay, I'm back. So I was saying about definition of terms. First of all, are you able to see my screen?
Yes, we can see.
Okay. So I was saying about we are having definition of terms used in cataloging, and the first term here we have ASCR2. Yes, ASCR2 is a term used in cataloging, and it means Anglo-American Cataloging Rules, second edition, and it was revised 1988. That was when the revision occurred. Is that okay, class? Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Hello? Are you in a position to hear me? Hello?
Yes.
Okay. So I was saying about ASCR2, and the second one we have access point. Those portions of the bibliographic records under which a user can search for an item in that catalog. And the definition of term number 3 is added entry, whereby you can say an added entry additional to the main entry by which an item is represented in a catalog. For example, name, added entry, title, added entry. Oh, okay. If I ask, who can give us another example of an added entry? Yes, Nelly? Yes? Okay, I was asking about another example of an added entry. So we have the title entry and the name entry. Is there any other added entry? Yes?
For the on
Yes,
entry
Edwin?
and other end.
Okay, yes. Other entry.
Yes.
Okay, that is it. Let's now move to another term, that is copy cataloging. And in copy cataloging, you can say cataloging by copying entirely or editing an existing record from a bibliographic utilities database and incorporating it into one's own catalog. And another definition is copy holdings. Copy holdings, we can say it's a record. Record is linked to each bibliographic record. In its listed each copy in process or on order. Also in the copy holdings records is an item's location, roll number, linkages to order, and circulation records. Date of cataloging and type of cataloging. Is that clear, class?
Yes.
Okay, that's wonderful. And then next thing we can say about copy specific information. And in this you can say information that pertains only to a single copy of an item as opposed to bibliographic data normally applicable to all copies of an edition. Yes, and then we have the next one, what we call delimiter. Delimiter is that within the mark formats, delimiters are used to identify and differentiate between separate elements within a field. The delimiter sign is used with mark subfield code in front of each other data element to identify subfields with mark fields. And maybe who can give us the definition of the mark? What is a mark in full? Anyone? Mark format. Definition of mark?
Machine readable catalog.
Okay, that is it. This is machine readable catalog. And next we have addition. And in addition, this is what you know, and you can say all copies produced from essentially the same type image and issued by the same entity. And then the last one you have enumeration numbering as in serial volume and issue numbering. Is that okay, class? So the next thing we can proceed to the tools for or sources for cataloging. And the source number one we have the resource description access. And in this you can say this is a type of a source of a cataloging tool. We can say resource description and access was developed by the RDA steering committee to replace the Anglo-American cataloging rules. Second edition revised, which were first published in 1978. Is that okay? And you can say this RDA was published by the American Library Associations. The second one, the Canadian Federation of Library Associations, and the last one, Chartered Institute of Library and Information Professional. The second source of cataloging tools is the Dewey Decimal classification, and in this Dewey Decimal classification is something that I guess you already know, and we can say source for both print and web formats of the most widely used classification system. Resources for teachers and students. For instance, general information about the DDC, Dewey summaries, training courses, DDC 23 introduction. Is that okay? And then number 3, we have the Library Congress Classification System, LCC. LCC, I think LCC, you all know what LCC deals about. And maybe who can give us one feature of LCC? Any feature, any characteristic of LCC you know? Someone? Anyone? Yes?
It groups classes into alphabetical order,
Okay, that is okay.
like from A to Z.
Yes, that is one feature of the LCC. And then any feature of LCC?
See, I still don't.
Any feature of library classification system? Any feature you know?
Features exist.
Yes? Okay, that is it. So, as Library of Congress, as a source of cataloging tool, we can say it's a classification system that was first developed in the late 19th and early 20th century to organize and arrange the books collection of the Library of Congress. So, and then number 4, we have the Library of Congress subject headings. And this is another source of cataloging tool. It's perhaps the most widely adopted subject indexing language in the world and has been actively maintained since 1898 to catalog materials held at the Library of Congress. And then number 5, we have the cataloger's desktop. Yes, from the word desktop, it means it is an integrated online documentation system with almost 300 of the most important cataloging and metadata resources, including the RDA toolkit, LC policy statements, subject cataloging manuals, mark formats, and LC rule interpretations. And then the continuation of the catalog as desktop, you can say Catalog as Desktop is an integrated online documentation system with almost 300 of the most important cataloging and metadata resources available 24/7. If you can say available 24/7, what does it mean? What comes to your mind when you have the availability 24/7? Yes? Okay, 24/7, it means every time you want or you require, you will just get it. Isn't that so? And then that is all about the sources of cataloging. The sources of cataloging tools for used in the library. Maybe before we end up, let's look at about the ISBN. The ISBN, who can give us the full meaning of ISBN? Somebody? ISBN? Evans, ISBN?
International standard number.
Yes, that is it. It is international standard. The ISBN, these are
It's a book.
international standard book numbers, and
Yes.
of course we have the features, and the feature number 1, Bosubori. The feature number 1 of ISBN. Okay, instead of the feature,
It's a unique number that identifies.
okay, that is it. Yeah, it is a unique number that identifies a book of a given author, and we can say we can see the prehistory. First introduced in 1967, and then provide a check on items identity used for ordering books and finding cataloging data. And then this structure, the structure of ISBN basically consists of 10 digits, now 13, maybe because of the revision, and can be quoted in a computerized system as a simple string of numbers, or can be divided into 4 parts by dashes or spaces. And the 4 parts are made up of the number 1, group identifier, publisher, prefix, number 3, title identifier, and then jack digit. Is that okay, class? Okay, so
Yes.
yeah, I think up to that point we have come to the end of our lesson. Any question? Any question, please?
No questions, sir.
Okay, thank you for your time.